back alone up here. Feels lonely. But anyways, now that we talked to Lido, we talked to AFS, and we already saw that today, and of course for a digital fueling process, the IT support, the cooperation with an IT system is absolutely vital to have a well-flowing process in place. So, and of course, to be able to do that, you need a good IT provider at that place. And I would say the best option to do that is to have one that you're closely cooperating with. And for this purpose, I would like to invite Francesco on stage of Levorato. He will tell us a little bit more on how they're cooperating with Editel. They're very closely cooperating with their IT provider at that place. And yeah, and how they're moving towards the future of digital fueling that way. So Francesco, if you are able to join me on stage, worked previously, there we go.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, hello. Quick question: are you able to share your screen at the moment, or is it blocked? I can.
View your presentation. No.
All right. So no worries here. That's the updated version of your presentation. And with that, without any further introduction, I will leave that to you, I guess. Go for it. The stage is yours.
Thank you. First of all, many thanks to the organizers to give me the opportunity to share our experience on this exciting project. So I'm Francesco Tamai. I'm working for Levorato Marcevaggi. So first, a brief introduction of the company. So who we are and what we do. So the company born in Venice, in Italy, in 1938. So we born as a transport company offering dangerous goods transport services. So with a close cooperation with the oil and gas industry. And then since 2010, so since 10 years more or less, we started also on offering aviation-related services. So we are, let's say, the operator and owner of a fuel farm, and we offer into-plane services in several airports. You can see the full list. So we are mainly present in Italy, in the major airports. And recently we start growing also abroad, expanding the operation in Prague, in Czech Republic, in Brussels, Zaventem, and in Vienna, in Austria. So that's briefly what we do in the industry. Then I would like to show you and to introduce to all the gentlemen here who is Editel. So Editel is a valuable supplier. We started to work with them immediately when we start to work in this exciting industry. So Editel is an Italian company. They are based in Rome. They have more than 30 years of experience in this field, offering IT solution for this kind of application. The main product is Aviostar and OTRC system. I will discuss more in detail later. You can see the airport where they are present with the products. So again, mainly Italy. They cover all the Italy almost. And they are present also abroad, mainly with us and also in Bratislava. Where we are currently operational with this new tool. You can see the list in this slide. So currently we are able to perform digital fueling, let's say, in Prague, Brussels, Fiumicino, Naples, Linate, and Venice. So Aviostar basically is the system that was created, that has been created to manage all the operation related to the fuel services in the airport, so the stock management, into plane operation, and so on. I would like to go a bit more in details regarding the data interface of the system. So how the system is working. You can see that the heart of the system, of course, is the database of Aviostar, of the product. And with all the arrows, you can see all the connection with the database in order to let the system working. So I would like to mention one of the most important one, that is the airport network. So the database is directly connected with all the airports where the system is operational. Why? Because in this doing that, we are able to have let's say a real update for any variation on the daily schedule. So this is a big advantage to have, let's say, the real picture of the current operational framework of each airport. Then the system is connected, of course, with the FDCC, with which we are able to exchange the data. Then there are the clients of the system. We are directly connected also with the petroleum, with the oil companies. Then we are even connected only for Italian application directly with the customs for legal reasons. And then, of course, the operational parts is the interface of the dispatcher called GRV, and also the direct connection with the tablet on board of each vehicle equipped with this tool. Then you can see a typical screen of the dispatcher. So you can see all the rows basically are the ongoing fueling, updated on a real-time basis, as I said before, because the system is directly connected with each airport. This is, of course, one example. I guess it's Fiumicino. So you can see the legenda on top of the screen, from which you can understand the status of each fueling operation. Then the vehicle and operators list, and on the bottom you can see the full schedule of planes to be served. Then again, a bit more details about the OTRC system. So is the tool on board in the truck cabin. So the main advantages for us is the possibility to receive in advance the fuel amount before that the plane physically touch the ground. So it's a big advantage. Real-time information available, because the directly is even connected with the meters of the vehicle, so we can see the flow rate and the total amount of fuel delivered for each operation. That, of course, are all useful information for the dispatcher in order to be able to plan in the most efficient way the equipment and the resources. Another big advantage is the no fuel flag. So again, in advance, so we can know in advance if the specific plane would like to receive fuel or not for the next leg. And more independency during the fueling operation. With this innovative tool, we could, let's say, start the fueling operation if the laws allowed that to start the fueling operation without any verbal communication from the ramp agent or the crew. The small, let's say, inconvenience is the signature, electronic signature, that I will discuss more in details in the next slide. So why this tool is a big innovation for us? We see the turnaround of a plane like a rush in the normal daily life. Unfortunately, it's not the case for the time being, but we really hope that the traffic will be back as soon as possible. So it's a kind of daily challenge against the time, a kind of time pressure activity. Of course, the main target is to be able to not to do delays for our customer and for our airlines. So the availability of the fuel figures in advance is a big advantage to be able to arrange and to organize the equipment and the resources, the staff in the best possible way. So it's in the most efficient way. Because doing that, we are able also to calculate, to have an accurate vision of the duration of each fueling operation. Then the no fuel flag is another big advantage, because we can avoid to send the truck to the stand in case we know that the specific plane does not need any fuel for the next flight. The last bullet point is more a vision. I know that the airlines are already organized for doing that. Not an into-planer at the moment, but with this innovative tool, we could think also to build a remote dispatching room. So so meaning that we could think to put one dispatcher that is in charge to manage many airports. Of course, it's an idea for the future, but with this system, it could be done. The last but not least, an important point is the small inconvenience that I discussed in the previous slide regarding the fiscal requirements from the customs, where specifically in Italy we are obliged for each fuel transaction to print anyway a delivery note. So we with the tablet, we share and we send on a real-time basis all the information to the airlines, to the oil companies, and even to the customs. But anyway, the customs required a printed delivery note to be available at any time for let's say for traceability reason. And that's it.
Let me get back on stage. So thank you very much for those insights. I will give as your slide says, if the audience has any questions, feel free to put them in the question bar or in the chat directly, and we can direct them at Francesco. In the meantime, I have one question for you. When you're cooperating that closely with Editel on your system, how do you approach that when, for example, they plan to further develop their product? Are you some kind of test customer? Are you closely cooperating with them to make their product better? How does it work in reality for you?
Of course, it's a very close cooperation, and I would also add a fruitful cooperation, because we work together on a daily basis to improve the product and to improve the software in order to be able to provide the best service to our customer. Of course, I would like also to thanks Christian, because we had a very close cooperation during the last month to start and to launch this innovative tool in our company. And of course, we share a lot of details and information in order to be able to start. And we see physically the advantage on our daily life. So it's a goal for us. It's a win-win situation, of course.
All right. So Yeah, there is a question in the chat. Francesca, I don't know if you can see it directly. If not, I will read it out from David. So Francesca, how does Levorato product interface with truck registered for flow rate?
The tablet is the device in the truck cabin is directly connected with the meter. So we are able to exchange information directly between the tablet and the meter on board of the vehicle, and all these information are exchanged with the dispatching room. So let's say the dispatcher has all the information needed to manage in the best efficient way the current operations.
All right. Out to you, David. I hope that answered your question. Give us a thumbs up if yes. If not, maybe we can. No, you're typing. Maybe there's a follow-up. Good enough. All right. So,
Great.
as you said, Francesco, so first of all, thanks a million. And it's always nice to see such a fruitful and reinforcing cooperation between companies. So keep that going, and all the best for the future. And as you said, hopefully the traffic's going to be up to normal pretty soon. So yeah, thanks again for the presentation.
Thank you, Robin.